From a journalist perspective, do you notice a change in pace between covering league games and covering the championship? Does your seasons change as well?
Absolutely, Tony. It becomes a 6-day week, maybe a 7-day week. You get into it, you know what I mean? It's like, geez, you never compare yourself to a player or a manager or anything like that, but your work rate goes up just as much as theirs does over this time, and there's great excitement for us too. As much as you have to keep the level head on match days and things like that, it's great to be involved. It's great to be the first person there to give them to call it, and the excitement is huge. Yeah, absolutely.
What about the access issue? We always talk in the media about, especially about the GAA, that they could learn from rugby and soccer, and I know those sports are professional. Have you noticed an improvement, as Pádraig Duffy has requested, in terms of access to players?
No, it's very sanitised now, Tony. It's, you know, there's probably more players available now than ever before, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're giving you something. You know, it's a lot of the lads are media trained. That's perfect. That's fine. But at the same time, what you're getting is cliches. What you're getting is
in conjunction with commercial opportunities.
Oh, very much so. And these guys and you can understand that as well. But the days of unless you're a friend of a player, or you know what I mean, you get on very well, or you've had a drink with him in the past, it's very difficult to get somebody on the record now for an interview or something like that. And don't get me wrong, like if you interview somebody, Tony, coming up to a match and a big game, you're willing that guy. You might not be willing the team because you're trying to be impartial, but you're willing that guy to do as well as possible, because you know the fella's afforded you the time. He's given you 30, 40 minutes, 2 hours, whatever it may be. But those days are gone now. You know, we're talking about 10, 15 minutes. We're talking sound bites now.
Who is the most intriguing manager? You cover both hurling and football. Who's the most intriguing manager out there to listen to in a press conference?
I think Davy Fitzgerald would be up there, all right, because he always has something to say. I think Davy comes to, I think all managers come to press conferences prepared, but if he has something to say, he certainly say it. Jim McGuinness I've always found very interesting. Jim might say, I don't want to say anything, and then he tries to qualify it, and then the next minute he says something to you. You know, he gives you that nugget, or he gives you an insight into it. He's not going to give away the third secret of Fatima or anything like that, but he's going to give you something. Those two guys, McGuinness and Fitzgerald. Jim Gavin, I'd love if he peeled back something, but I don't think Jim Gavin's ever going to peel anything back. Eamon Fitzmaurice I have a lot of time for as well, because Eamon knows you have a job to do as much as anyone else. Jim Gavin knows that too, but Jim is going to always keep you at arm's length.
And on the field, I won't say to you who's going to win the All-Ireland in September, but what I will ask you is, if there's one game at this moment in time, and we're in May now, that you are particularly looking forward to attending, one fixture that's already set, which one is it?
Donegal Derry. I'm interested in that because, let's be honest, Tony, for the first couple of months, you know, the Ulster Championship is what sustains us as much as the Munster Hurling Championship. Without them, we'd be in a spot of bother. You know, I think we wouldn't have anything to look forward to. You know, Tipperary, Limerick, I'd be very interested to see what Limerick do that day. I think they're going to come with a lot of pride and passion. Whether they'll be tactically up to beating Tipperary, I don't know. I think that could be, we could see skin and bone flying that day, especially from a Limerick perspective, because they really want to prove themselves, because they've lost a lot of the momentum from winning the Munster Championship last year.